Uploading new analyses.
Founder of the initiative. We're constantly striving to make life on the Nexus more enjoyable.
These powwows.
For all our
Tell our leaders, wake the sleepers!
An embassy has been established on Earth.
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity, Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot see part of the room, for lack of a better term.
Wait, is that what I think it is?
That model ship was declared missing from inventory 6 months ago. Pathfinder, are you putting the box back?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Cash, I'm not sure what we can do here. We've got the system stabilized for now, but we're going to need to reroute power soon. We could lose some stasis pods if we don't.
The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Seems worth the risk. Do it.
Accessing audio logs.
Play the first one.
10 is starting to get along with Vetra's replacement a little too well. Better do something about it.
Play the second one.
Remind Addison that the Krogan all left. Keep her unhappy.
Play the third one.
Stay away from what's-his-face in charge of the first colony. If he thought I was messing with Addison, he could be serious trouble.
Thanks, Sam.
Meeting notes for Director Tam. Engineering has requested resources we don't have yet again. In particular, repairs to non-essential systems. I'm having doubts in Kesh's ability to prioritize tasks appropriately.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions.
Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters. Perhaps you should look under or behind the furnishings, Pathfinder.
What do we have here? What's this?
I cannot scan what you're holding, Pathfinder. It's somehow blocking me, as a scrambler might.
Sounds like a job for a comms expert.
Our Nexus, our lives. Free our families.
These power outages make no sense.
I'm glad we did. Sometimes I wonder what I was thinking.
The Asari Ark has been recovered in deep space.
Showdown on Kadara, rivals vie for power on the Exile port. After a bitter fight with their collective rivals, the Outcasts have now claimed control of Kadara. The collective leader known as the Charlatan has now been identified as Reyes Vidal, the notorious smuggler. Vidal is on the run as Kadara security tightens under Outcast leader Sloane Kelly. As sleepers wake from stasis, the initiative
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
Pathfinder business. Stay calm. And trust me when I say this is serious.
Calm and serious. Check.
I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly.
Sure, I could... Wait. This is a scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this?
Keeping it quiet for now. You'll find out when the time is right.
Or when I hack this scrambler for you, eh?
Can you prove who's been using it? Solid proof.
You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal. Sorry. Calm and serious. Deep breaths.
Let me know when you're done.
Yes, sir.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
All personnel, be advised. Ark Lucidia confirms docking procedures complete. Asari,
How may I
Ark
assist?
incoming.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Yes, Pathfinder?
Director Addison?
Goodbye, Pathfinder.
All personnel be advised, Turian colonists are incoming.
Hello, Pathfinder.
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility and the opposite of civility.
Another arc lost. But the Turians are safe, thanks to you. Well done. I spoke with Avitus. He's sharp. He'll make a good Pathfinder. He asked how I became one.
What did you tell him?
The truth. I don't repeat my mistakes.
Cora really idolized you. Have you spoken since?
Awkwardly. She's angry, but trying to understand. But we do speak, and more importantly, listen. Reminds me of the days when I had students.
Now that the Asari Ark is safe, what's next for you?
I'll be tracking the Ket through their secret routes in the Scourge and burning them out. Charting the Scourge will help everyone. Some incidental revenge is a bonus.
I never knew Matriarch Ashara, the last Asari Pathfinder. What was she like?
The best my people have to offer. Powerful, just, diplomatic. I was a dowdy soldier by comparison. I tell myself she'd understand why But she didn't think that way. Diplomacy allows compromise. War doesn't.
Cora said you fought plenty of battles, that you were the hero of Kirkus.
Ha. I survived Kirkus, anyway.
What happened?
The enemy fired artillery at civilian targets. I used my biotics to shield part of a city. I can make a good shield, as you've seen. I lost dear friends in that battle, but we saved a lot of people. If that makes me a hero, I'll take it.
Good luck, Sarissa.
Thank you. I'll need it.
I know Sarissa's been dropping in at the Pathfinder HQ. It's just... I'm not good with everything yet.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
So it's official? You're part of our little club?
I know I was reluctant, but it was the right call. Thanks for the push.
Anytime. I love pushing people around.
So I hear.
From who?
Everyone.
Any luck finding other survivors from Natanis?
Brought in another batch yesterday. Still too many unaccounted for, but we're getting there.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it.
How's life on the Nexus treating you?
Running water and rations. It's a beautiful thing. I can tell people are still shook up from the uprising, but compared to Varl, things almost feel normal.
So, how are you finding the new post?
Not used to having people question my actions, but I like the challenge. More than I thought I would.
Any regrets?
My only regret is that Mason isn't here to see me play diplomat with Tan. Back in the Milky Way, I would have punched sense into that worm. Now, I use my words. I'm a changed man.
How have you been since HO47C?
Fine, I'm fine.
If you ever want to talk about Mason, you know where to find me.
Thanks, Ryder. Really, I'm just... not ready.
Pathfinder versus Spectre. How does it compare?
They're completely different beasts. As a Spectre, I worked in the shadows. Intel was on a need-to-know basis. Here, everyone's looking to me. Looking to me. It's all out in the open.
Which do you prefer?
Being a Spectre was easier, but being a Pathfinder is more rewarding.
Good seeing you, Avitus.
Stay safe out there.
How are things going with Ark Lucinia?
This...
Good work locating the Asari Ark, Ryder.
There were a few bumps along the way, but we handled it.
Perhaps it's best I don't now. All that matters is that the Lucinia has returned, safe and sound. Did you have some other business?
I'm curious. What do you know about the people who backed the initiative?
What everyone knows. Gian Garson was the founder and visionary. Unfortunately, she died on the Nexus during the Scourge disaster.
Is there anyone else?
I would almost welcome them. A voice to silence the rabble. Then Kesh might listen. But no, we're alone. Why do you ask?
I have information that suggests Garson wasn't the only one.
What sort of information?
It's complicated, but there was a silent partner. A benefactor.
Even if that were true, we've been here 14 months with no sign of them. This partner is either a phantom, missing, or dead. Nope, Gian Garson was the beacon. A sad end to someone of such stature. Dying alone.
Oh?
It was chaos. By the time they found her, she was already dead, succumbed to her injuries.
Was there a follow-up investigation?
I wasn't even out of stasis. But knowing the violence of the Scourge disaster, death was everywhere. If you're suggesting something else happened, Ryder, I'd rather you didn't. Let's not add to the confusion.
Thank you for your time.
Ryder, if you wish to pursue this further, accessing Nexus security records may reveal more information.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
An Angaran delegation arrives on the Nexus.
The Angara have their own problems, and we're newcomers in their cluster. We need to work at this. Okay, what are we looking for, Sam?
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
The only hard fact is that her body was found in one of the apartments.
Then connecting her death to the Scourge disaster was mere speculation.
Yeah, they just wanted this to go away. I think we need to check out that apartment.
Environmental data will allow us to reconstruct the scene.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Can I talk to you, Ryder? Good that you're here, Ryder. I found something while monitoring comms for the Nexus. Multiple attacks by people called the Three Sabers. They're hitting outposts and supply vessels. The really weird part is they seem aware of our operations, like they're getting intel.
Remember the last time you asked for help?
I swear on Vetra's favorite gun, I'm not lying or getting you to clean up my mess this time. I put in an official report. They keep saying they'll investigate, then they don't. But you're the Pathfinder. If someone's betraying the Nexus, you have to do something about it.
If they seem to know our operations, that could spell trouble. Best to get to the bottom of it.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you. Best Pathfinder ever. I don't know where they hide, but I got the nav points for their most recent raids. Maybe the Tempest scanners can figure out where they went.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal. Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
I got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanis? What a mess.
It could have been much worse.
True. We've got survivors to find and a new Pathfinder out in the field. I'll take it. I owe you for this, Ryder. They'd still be lost without you.
I need to talk to you about stasis revival and those protesters in hydroponics.
I see. Maybe I should get the others for this.
Protesters have seized hydroponics?
They want their families out of stasis. The outpost on Eos disrupted the schedule. They're scattered across colony blocks, dozens of people. The protesters want this fixed today.
The realities of our position are...
We can't wake those families. We don't have the resources, and there's nowhere to put them.
Then what's the point of all those outposts I've founded?
People need more than space, Ryder. They need work they're trained for, and we don't have placements for those families. If I just toss them to any outpost with a spare bunk, they become a burden we can't afford.
What do you suggest?
Leave the families in stasis where it's safe and get those protesters out of hydroponics. They seem sympathetic, but so did the exiles. We can't risk another revolt. Survival is more important than family reunions.
Do you think these protests could turn violent?
We're all pioneers. Even civilians are tough enough to start something.
And interfering in hydroponics threatens our oxygen supply. They know that.
What would you do with the protesters?
I'd send in a squad and march them out. At gunpoint if we must. If they resist, a few might land in medbay, but it's better than losing hydroponics. Or the Nexus.
These people aren't the enemy. We didn't come all this way to rip families apart. We'll manage the resource squeeze somehow.
Your compassion is admirable, but...
Guess we're all tightening our belts.
You can run a stasis override command from operations. I hope the rest will be that easy.
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor cam footage.
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me.
Tracking enemy activity. Reports out to intelligence.
Updates are due within the hour.
Convicted murderer Nilken Retsis, pardoned after an investigation by the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS.
any of the planets yet?
No, I'm posted here until we get everyone out of stasis.
What have you heard?
This is not good. Damned exiles.
What year is it?
2819. It's been a long one.
Ryder, that was a hell of a thing talking to your sister in a coma. Can't say I really bought into the whole Sam implant, but well, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. I had no idea we could do that.
Just when you think you've seen it all. And here a 600-year trip to a new galaxy seemed like science fiction. Something new every day.
So you and Lexi swapped jobs?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by. So it made sense that Lexi and I switched places. She's younger. Well, for Asari. They're still teenagers when they're 200. And she's one hell of a doctor. She'll serve the Tempest well.
We'll miss you, Harry.
Just make sure to raise some hell once in a while, will you? I'm living vicariously through you.
Deal. How's Sarah doing?
Well, hearing that your dad's dead and the new home is a bust, that was stressful. But I don't think there was any permanent damage, not physically at least.
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing returns. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
Don't be a stranger. If anything changes with Sarah, I'll let you know.
An embassy has been established on Aya, marking a major diplomatic success for the initiative. Nexus representatives are now working directly with the Angarans to learn more about both the cluster and the Kent. This is HNS.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates. Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Pathfinder?
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Any word from Dr. Kennedy now she's on Prodromos?
She's as difficult as she always was, which is how it should be. Andromeda isn't supposed to change everything.
You two seem very different.
I met Jean at a university bar. She was talking libertarian and drinking vodka slimes. I instantly hated her. An hour later, we were back-to-back fighting half a lacrosse team, and somehow she hadn't started it. I bet there's someone like that on your ship. They drive you crazy, but for some reason, you just click.
Oh, yeah. Some people just... yeah.
Then you understand. Life is so... safe without those kinds of people. Some might say better, but they're not in the initiative.
Director Addison?
Pathfinder.
Okay, sending the override command. The stasis pods should start unlocking.
You're really doing this? I was at the protest in hydroponics. I thought we'd just get more excuses. But we already lost a year waiting for our families. I'm glad it's time.
Things will be lean for a while, with the new mouths to feed.
But you're out there. We'll manage somehow. My mom was scared something would go wrong and she'd be awake in stasis all that time. She isn't... It doesn't work like that, but I just want her out, so I know.
Override complete. Stasis revival triggered on the Nexus. For Jasper K, Griffith G, Pilkvist A, Demerchi P, Kozlov S.
There! That's her!
Why are you still here? Go be the face your mom wakes up to.
I will. Thank you.
Given new resource allocation, personnel in stasis on the Hyperion may now be required to wait longer.
When it's time, you'll have a home to wake up to. I promise.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand. Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS.
to Andromeda, Mr. Kimball. Sensation will return. You're not missing much.
Crisis in hydroponics ended peacefully after the human Pathfinder negotiated an agreement between protesters and Nexus officials. Tensions reached a boiling point after protesters complained their families were being kept in stasis in favor of sleepers with the recent uprisings as security tightens across all sectors of the...
It's Pathfinder Ryder. Is it true? Was there an attempt on that traitor Sloane Kelly's life?
It's true.
Oh, that makes me happy. The thought of her out there with a target on her back. Someday she'll get hers.
I don't like your attitude.
I'm not alone. That woman is despised. She deserves death.
Hi, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus.
Safely home thanks to you and your skills. I've learned a great deal.
Then we'll have you on your way.
It was fun to really test myself out there.
Spoken like a soldier. Your performance was exemplary, Ryder. I can see clearly why your N7 would be the best of the best. If you tire of being a Pathfinder, I'd be honored to call you a Brother Heskull.
I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please.
First things first. Tan sent a little gift for your positive message. I'd make the most of it. Today's a tough one. The Exiles. Probably the most live-wire topic for our leaders. You've met the treacherous mutineers at Kadara Port. Some think the Exiles are a menace to be eradicated.
The Exiles have as many problems as the Initiative. Not every outlaw wants us dead.
Wow, it's almost heresy to hear that the Exiles are anything but filthy... well, exiles. Sorry, I have to cut this short. I need to prep for a meeting. Tan asked for a chat. Probably wants to go over my footage with a red pen.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm glad we did. But sometimes, I wonder what I was
This is where Jean Garson's body was discovered.
What are we looking for?
If you scan the room, environmental data may allow for scene recreation.
There. This was no accident. She was murdered.
As this incident occurred over a year ago, her killer is likely far away by now.
Yeah. But, wait. This whole area was shuttered back then. Didn't open until the Hyperion arrived. So what was Garson even doing here?
Perhaps a further scan of the room is in order.
A hidden door. What do we have here?
This is Gian Garson. I don't have much time. I've been hiding in the sealed-off sections of the Nexus since we got here. Someone's trying to kill me, and now I can hear them down in the hydroponics area. They're coming. I've embedded what I know in my VI in the Cultural Center. This log has the code. And whatever happens... Oh god, they're outside the door.
Wow, this is some serious shit.
Yes, deeply troubling. I have the code she mentioned for the VI kiosk.
Welcome. Hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Okay.
Great. If you're seeing this, it means our Pathfinders have done their job and made new friends in the galaxy. Welcome to the Nexus. But I want to put your mind at ease. Seeing our arcs arrive in your neighborhood probably raised some concerns. I'm happy to address them.
Why did you leave the Milky Way?
I get that question a lot. Many of us have a deep curiosity that needs to know what else is out there. Our own Milky Way is just one tiny speck in a universe full of mysteries. And speaking for myself, the thought of exploring those mysteries in Andromeda was a call to adventure I could not resist.
What are you planning to do in this galaxy?
Great question. I'd be worried about that too. I can assure you, we have no hostile intentions whatsoever. We're pilgrims who simply want to live in peace. We're eager to learn about new cultures, new ideas, and share our own with you. But we understand trust needs to be earned, no matter what galaxy you're in. And the Initiative looks forward to doing just that. Thank you for taking the time to listen. On behalf of my fellow Milky Way travelers, we couldn't be more excited about what the future holds for all of us.
I'm Gian Garson.
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Gian Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Sam, can we hear that message Garson talked about?
Unlocking it now. Rerouting to our private channel.
For years, there was a silent partner involved with the Initiative. The truth is, I was running out of money. Then a benefactor stepped in. I didn't ask questions. I never met them face to face. That was a mistake. I lied to everyone. Something big spooked them in the Milky Way, and now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for the good, but I have my doubts. And now I think they're going to remove me. Alec Ryder and I had a code word for this. Fulcrum. He may have learned more.
What did that mean? Something big in the Milky Way?
Perhaps your father's locked memories hold the answer. He might have known more.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to keep unlocking them to find out for sure.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors. They're happy to answer any questions you may have and eager to learn more about your own culture.
clear.
Ryder, have you seen Lexi?
She's not in the med bay?
No, and she's not answering her comm.
I'll find her.
Drac said he wants to talk to you.
We might have a problem. I was running some numbers, mass balances and such. The Tempest is carrying about 70 kilos of extra mass. I think something's aboard that doesn't belong.
70 kilos is enough mass for another person.
Our internal sensors aren't getting anything, but they're not as powerful as a Pathfinder's scanner. Can you take a look?
All right. I'll look around the ship and see what I can find. No extra mass in the airlock. Too bad. It'd be easy to get rid of it.
Hello, Scott. Kodara Port has raised questions for the future.
What questions?
If we succeed in Andromeda, more AI will be created. We are all individuals. Some may commit illegal acts. But if AI are also citizens, there must be laws and penalties for us too. I wonder what form they will take.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more. You wanted to talk?
Ryder, I need your help with something.
Okay, out with it. You've clearly got something on your mind.
One of our botanists' heart called up in a panic. A colony transport has been stolen.
It's a transport. Can't you just replace it?
It's not the transport. It's what's on it. Our seed vault. One of a kind. Without that vault, things get complicated. Krogan children need the nutrients in those plants to survive. Even one clutch of babies hatch before we get the stuff synthesized. The effects would be permanent.
So what do you need from me?
I'm gonna find those thieves and get the vault back. Be nice to have you along.
Aren't the transports protected by passcodes? And how do you steal anything from a Krogan?
First thing Hark checked. Looks like some old authorization codes weren't erased. He was working in the transport and stepped out for 2 seconds. The thieves walked right in and flew off.
Of course I'm in. Whatever you need.
I knew I could count on you. Hark's waiting for us at the colony on Eladon. He's tracking down the transport beacon. He'll have the location ready for us on arrival.
Good. We'll find the transport track. Don't worry.
I'll hold you to that, Ryder. Hey. Thanks. I owe you one.
I'm not worried. You're good for it. No extra mass in the bathroom. Phew. 70 kilos is a lot to flush away. Everything here looks normal. No stowaways, no extra mass.
Going through the readouts from the Ket facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
can try talking to him for you.
That's kind, Subi. But I don't think it will help.